Hey! So I did a video where I talked about long books that are on my TBR and the ones that I want to get to this year. But I actually have a few more goals. It's actually a total of 5. And I thought I would just do a video, a short one, just to pop in and talk about them, so I could look back on them later and maybe do a reaction or something and talk about how I did. And I don't think I really usually make them. Usually there's like maybe try to read every day and just the amount of books I want to read. But yeah, so I've got some more this year. And the first one is the one I also mentioned in the last video, and that is that I want to read 12 books, which is, I mean, it's an okay number. It's a book a month, and you know, I'm a student, so it's pretty like a busy, it's just a busy time in my life, and I also just have to read a lot of stuff for university. But since also I mean, I usually read about like 30 books a year, maybe a bit less. Usually it's like 27 or 6. But I thought since I'm tackling, like I plan on tackling longer books, we'll see how that goes. I might change my mind at some point. But since I plan to do that, I thought I would just be like very lenient with myself and just choose a goal that would not stress me out, and because we don't want that, you know, it's all about the joy in reading. And yeah, so and like I have a bit of an add-on to that point is that I want to read one book a month, because you know it would be nice to complete, like, you know, to move along, not just leave everything for 1 month. And then the second one is the one that I made a video on, is that to read at least some of the 400 and more pages books that I have. And I have quite a few, and I always kind of put some in like in the backlist because, you know, oh, the lighting, it was so sunny and now it's kind of dark, but um, I just, getting back to the point, is that like I want to, I usually focus on shorter books because, you know, I want to complete my goal, and since, well, they are on my physical TBR too, so it's just more like fast to like cross them out of my list. But yeah, I want to get like give a chance to all those kind of books I avoid usually. And then I want to make the number of books I'm reading at the same time, I guess. The number, I want to lessen it, because now I think I have like 8, and I actively am reading like 2 of them, but you know, it still kind of bugs me. I think in the year 2020 I did pretty well with that. I think I most of the time had like 2 or 3 books, like no, maybe 3 or 4, but still that was way nicer, like the books that I was in the middle of. And then just last year, because of the exchange, like somewhere in the middle, I got very, like it all got very messy. So I really would like to just have only like 2 or 3, maybe 4 at like worst, books that I'm reading at the same time, because you know, I feel like it kind of drags the whole reading process out. It's nice sometimes to have like some few options, but not all of the time, you know. Sometimes it's quite overwhelming, and I want to finish them all at some point. The number 4 in the list is to read at least one full book in Korean. So I got some from Korea. There's a video about that too. I did a haul. And you know, I've been reading manga, like manhwa, yeah, not manga, but I want to read an actual book. I've started one, but it's very hard, so I want to push myself, you know, so I wrote it down to just be like, yes, I still want to read manhwa, of course, but you know, I want to start getting into actual books and just not be too scared to start them, because, you know, it's quite an intimidating task since I've been learning Korean for what, like 3 years maybe. And then the last one is just like more TBR related, and that is that I mean, I've seen quite a lot of people do this, and I tried to do it last year. It didn't work that well. Like, it worked for some time, but then I kind of just let myself go. So I want to try be more, you know, strict with this year, because my TBR actually grew. It was 40, at 40 by like by the start of the year. And then now I finished the year with 56. So even though I read 27 books, so I don't know what happened. I didn't even go to like, I didn't even go on like shopping sprees for books, so I don't know what. Just, yeah, so I'm trying to be more strict. And the rule is that for every 2 books I read, I can buy one. But of course, it's not like necessary. You can pile up 5 for some reason, like, don't buy books for some while, but I've read like 6. I can just go on in one time and buy 3. But I would like to, only keep it at that, and don't go buying more books than I've read. That would be very nice. But yeah, that's it. This is a very like short video compared to my other ones. I hope you enjoyed. Write your goals down below, your reading goals specifically, if you'd like. You can write any goals. I actually this year I wrote like 26 goals for myself compared to like 4 goals I had last year. It's just this year I just felt like being more specific with what I want to do. Maybe because it like last year was very weird and all over the place, but I guess when it is it not. So yeah, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.